A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Mawson Stadium on the outskirts of Manchester as we bring you this round 13 game in the PWR. The Sale Sharks are at home to the Loughborough Lightning. The two sides are next to each other in the table and both need the win to keep the pressure on those above them for a playoff spot. This is massive. I'm delighted to say that joining myself, Andrew McKenna, on the commentary this afternoon is the Sale Sharks and Ireland player Vicky Irwin. Vicky, a very good afternoon to you.
Hiya, I'm very excited to be here in what's definitely going to be a very good game of rugby.
The win over Quins 2 weeks ago, back-to-back wins for Sale for the first time in a couple of years. The place has got to have been buzzing.
Yeah, we were all pretty happy with how the last 2 weeks have gone, and we've brought that into this week. Training's been really good this week, and hopefully we can repeat 2 weeks ago today.
We mentioned in the opening, big one this, two teams next to each other in the table, so 5 points would be massive, keeping pressure on those around you.
Yeah, we've thought about it all week, but we've had a really good training week, so hopefully we can take that into the game today and hopefully get the win.
So, mentioning the others, this is what's happening this weekend in the PWR. So, yesterday evening, Gloucester Hartpury were try-bonus point winners over the Exeter Chiefs. That 5 points took them back to top of the table. However, in the early game this afternoon, Saracens have also taken a try-bonus point in their game away at Harlequins, so they are now back top of the standings. Gloucester Hartpury second once again. As you can see, there's another game already underway. The Bristol Bears 21-0 up on the Leicester Tigers. They kicked off about 20 or so minutes ago, and we are the final game of the round to get underway. So Trailfinders, I'm sure, on the bye this weekend are looking a little bit nervous over their shoulder while they don't have the opportunity to take the points in. Right then, so let's hear from the coaches, and we'll start with both sides. We'll start with the home side. Sale Sharks head coach Tom Hudson.
Tom, after back-to-back wins, your group must be desperate to get back out on the park, and that week off must have just held them back a little bit.
Yeah, I think we are desperate to get back. We absolutely love playing here. We've always loved playing here. We love playing here because of the crowd and the occasion, and now we started loving playing here because it's difficult for teams to come and get some results. We've got another top four contender coming to our doors this week, so nothing has changed from the last few weeks.
You spoke very lovingly about that block of green behind us, your pitch. Lots of people have been talking about it. You love it.
Well, we do, because we have to love it. We have to embrace it. It's part of what we are about, and you won't catch us whinging about it. As I said to you in the week, just like you won't catch us whinging about other people's pitches, facilities, teams, coaches. It's not what rugby's about. It's not what we're about. It's all about making the most of what you're given. We're given this. We love it, and come and play us.
The league table says you are very evenly matched with Loughborough Lightning, so what are you expecting from them today?
Well, it does, but it does because they've played a game less than us. I really want everyone to know and to understand and to remember. You go back to last season, post-Christmas, Loughborough were top four sides. They were, don't think they were unbeaten, but they were unplayable at times. They've been phenomenal the first half of the season. You're right, they've had a little bit of a blip. As I mentioned to you in the week, there's no disgrace in getting your nose blooded in the Chiefs week, and they'll want revenge this week.
Good luck to you and to your team.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Nathan, the phrase must win is used an awful lot, but is it maybe must not lose today is more accurate?
Yeah, it's an important game. Obviously, we're pretty close in the table. So obviously we want to win, but we want to build on the performance from Bristol. Thought really good for the first 45 minutes and then died off a bit. So it's more about let's get an 80-minute performance today from 23 players, then we'll be in a good shout to win the game.
And in your 23, for the first time this season, you've got a World Cup winner back with you. That's got to be great that Helen has managed to overcome that ankle knock and is back. Yeah,
it's fantastic. We've really missed her. She's essentially one of the best players in the world. It's just great to get her back on the grass, and just looking forward to see her play. I think today we've seen, we're known for being a very young team, but I'd say today we've got a very experienced backline out there with Hel and Nelly, and then you've got Bars, Bo and Alev and Cam. There's a lot of Premiership games there, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
It's like the old good news, bad news, Joe. Good news you got Helen about, but the bad news, unfortunately, no Sadia this week, as she popped away for a few days and it's turned into more than a few days.
Yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate things. Main thing is Sadia's safe, well, and she's doing well, and hopefully we can get back back over here as soon as possible and get going again.
New club policy, all holidays in season, Blackpool only?
Yeah, we can stretch to Cornwall, I think. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Best of luck to you and your team.
No problem, thank you.
Nathan Smith, the Loughborough Lightning head coach there, and Tom Hudson before him. Well, we alluded to some of the team news. Let's take you through the sides which are on duty. The Sale Sharks have made just one change to the side, which were victorious over Harlequins. Shona Campbell back on the wing. Asia Hogan-Rochester drops down to the bench. Nick James there at tight head prop for the 7th game in a row. And a shout out to Erica Jarrell-Searcy and Rona Lloyd, who've started 10 of the 11 games played this season. On the bench, the Wales prop Gwen Pearce there for the first time since round 9. Hogan Rochester's going to be looking for try number 2 in the PWR. It is officially a 6-2 bench, but number 23 Katie Childs has played a lot of rugby at centre, so maybe it's more accurately a 5.5, 2.5. For the Lightning, as we've just heard from Nathan Smith, Lightning are delighted to get back Helena Rowland onto the pitch for the first time this season after the World Cup. Her inclusion sees Helen Nelson moving from the number 10 to the number 15 shirts. The other changes from their last outing see Isla Curfey and Christine Belisle as the starting props, Becky Boyd starting at number 6. The Lightning bench isn't somewhere that Anne Young and May Sangapolu are used to being, but that's where they start today. Fancy Bermudez there as well. And as we also touched on with Nathan Smith at the end there, no Sadia Kabea. She, like fellow Red Rose Ellie Kildun, currently stuck in Dubai waiting for a flight home. We wish them both well and, of course, safety more than anything else, and hope to see her back on a team sheet sooner rather than later. So here we go then. Couple of moments to kick off. Players will be with us shortly. Vicky Owen alongside me. What are you expecting stylistically from this game then? What do you think we're going to be seeing?
I think we'll see a lot of kicking from both sides. I think both sides will be looking for that territory gain. I think we'll see lots of running rugby because right now it's quite dry and pitches in good conditions. So I think both teams are going to want to spread the ball wide early and then go from there. We
are treated, I think is the word this afternoon, with the quality of playmakers. Holly Aitchison obviously for the Sharks, and we just touched on it there. Helena Rowland back in with Helen Nelson, who's been absolutely brilliant this season, going out to fullback. I don't know how you would see this, but I'm just wondering if maybe Lightning are going to have those two flip-flopping a little bit, and maybe one drops in at first receiver and the other drops out.
Yeah, I can imagine we'll see them both swapping quite regularly. It'll probably be a case of whoever's closest will play. And
yep. Well, here are the Lightning in their change kit this afternoon. It's not African violet this afternoon. It's predominantly black with those hints of green and gold. And here are the Sharks in their away kit, which has taken inspiration from the Hacienda nightclub.
We love the away kit. It's one of our favourite ones so far.
I'm interested to know where the Hacienda link comes from, but anyway, obviously the Hacienda, if you're not aware, the Hacienda nightclub, it was one of the happening places back in the 90s, absolutely front and centre in nightclub tradition. I'm sure Nikki O'Donnell, our referee, didn't spend a great deal of time in the Hacienda nightclub in the 90s. There she is, the English official. She is also a member of the Army, so she will be wearing that shirt with a great deal of pride this afternoon. Henry Pearson and Greg Dawson are assisting her. It is going to be the Sharks to get us underway, and Holly Aitchison goes high and contestable to the right-hand side, and Sharks have hands on it. Tish Harper picks up the pieces. Sharks going from left to right in front of us this afternoon. It's a good strong carry, quick ball for Ortiz. Oh, Aitchison's going big and wide early on. Shona Campbell down the left-hand side. Matatonga with the tackle. Moena Talling with the carry. Lightning trying to contest, told to come off of it. Haniela Latui was the player who was told to get their hands out of the cookie jar. And now we're going to go all the way to the other side. And Nicky O'Donnell has said that has drifted forward. But that's a very adventurous start, Vicky.
Yeah, like we've been quite we've come into this game with confidence, and we've shifted the ball from edge to edge. Just unlucky there with that last pass.
Yeah, when you've got wingers the quality of Shona Campbell, Rona Lloyd and Asia Hogan-Rochester lurking on the replacements bench, you've got to feed them, haven't you?
Yeah, like you want to get the ball in their hands, because usually something magical happens when they do.
Right, scrum time. First one of the afternoon. You can see Meg Davey about to put the ball in. Her first appearance since round 8 of the competition after a hand injury. And she will be taking it into midfield. Westcombe Evans has got herself across from the left wing, and it's out to the right wing now to Matatonga. Good work from the Lightning. They're making good advancement down the pitch. Latui has been so good training with the England under-21s this week. Maniela Latui. Lovely little break. Morel. Kelter outside. Kelter to finish it off. Opening scorer of the afternoon. The USA centre, Alev Kelter, has her 5th try of the season.
Yeah, that was a really well-worked try from Loughborough there. We just got a little bit isolated there on the edge, and they were able to pick us off. But really good handling. They went from width to width and just spread us defensively.
Inside 3 minutes for the opening score. It's that first break by Morel, and Kelter is just on the shoulder and waiting for the pieces.
Yeah, the pullback pass was caught us in defence, and it's just led to a gap which they were able to take.
She might be wearing the 15 shirt, but Helen Nelson will be taking the conversions. Up she steps. Through it goes. 7 points. And the Loughborough Lightning get off to a flying start. They just saw that little gap, didn't they, and flooded through it.
Yeah, very well worked try there.
Kelter, the USA international, all that experience. The restart. Well, there's a collector's item. Holly Aitchison doesn't do many of those.
No, very rarely does Holly make mistakes like that, but I've no doubt our forwards will do a shift here now and we'll hopefully get the ball back.
She was player of the match in the drawn game against Exeter in round 5. That was the last time that I was here. She was excellent that day. Absolutely excellent.
Yeah, very rarely does Holly not be excellent.
Yeah, she's got a body of work behind her, hasn't she? Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Right, somebody's not happy there. It's the Nick James Isla Curfew side, nearest to us. Will definitely be worth watching how long the Sale front row go for. They did the full 80 against Harlequins. Tom Hudson, the head coach, told me this week, we only change if we think we can improve what's going on. We're not one of those sides that just get to 45 minutes and automatically say, right, it's time for changes. Well, the scrum was solid enough to allow Loughborough to work it to the right. Helen Nelson with the carry. Latui. Well, that's good tackle. That's not going anywhere for the time being. It's a low, deliberate kick. Aitchison's going to return fire. Higher, contestable. Down the left-hand side is Shona Campbell. Now, who's got paws on that one? The Lightning. Davey whips it away, and here they come again. Becky Boyd with the carry on that occasion. Roland, Kelter, Westcombe Evans. Little dab through. Could have gone anywhere with a couple of ricochets. It's into the hands of the Sharks. And here goes Nick James. Ortiz clears away. Amy Cockone with yet another carry. Aitchison goes high. Nelson. Good timing by Rona Lloyd. Makes the tackle and wins the penalty.
Yeah, that's excellent game management from Sale there. A genuine contestable kick and well chased by Rona to then lead to Mozzie getting the penalty.
She does so well just to buy at a time. She backs off, allows the catch to be made, and then goes in.
Yeah, like she's timed that really well. We've been doing a lot of work of that for the last 2 weeks, so it's good to see it's paying off.
It's almost a case with the laws and how it is now with playing players in the air. At times I think you're better off almost not competing. Back off, let them catch it, and then bang in, if you like, and make the contact.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't think you're going to get the ball, you may as well just let them catch it and hit them.
Nice line out drill. Unfortunately, the ball to Katana Howard was just a little bit high, and it's off the fingertips, and it's a knock on.
Yeah, unfortunate knock on there, but we'll hopefully defend this scrum well and go from there. That
all worked. It was just Moana Talling's pass was just fractionally high, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit floaty, but Katana usually takes them, but we'll.
Sharks is getting a bit of a nudge on. Matui picks and comes. Gives to Kelter. Now Kelter's taken that outside of the 22. So if it's taken back in, it can't be kicked out on the full. It's going to be down the middle of the pitch. Aitchison gathers it in. Tactical kicking battle at the moment. And Sharks have made 15 metres or so. They'll be pleased with that.
Yeah, I think that's a win for us. We've got a really good attacking line out now, just inside the half. So hopefully we can make good, start getting good momentum from our carries and things, and go from there.
Carmela Morel is another of those who was in the England under-21 camp in the last few days. Competition in the line-outs. And Lightning have been penalised for playing the Sharks jumper, so they win the penalty. And now this is a great opportunity to drive it into the corner.
Yeah, I think Holly will do really well here, and then we can go for another attacking line-out. Especially if I reckon our forwards might do a drive here, and we've been quite successful off that.
Daisy Hibbert-Jones was the Lightning player picked out, and just a little bit of contact in the air. Good line-out win. Talling Peels. And you just heard 12-12. Katana Howard just went too early. Little bit offside. And Nikki O'Donnell, our referee, saying in the explanation, she's almost next to me, therefore she must be offside.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. Maybe a bit eager to have a good carry from Katana, but hopefully that won't happen again, and then we can defend this line out and hopefully get the ball back.
So you can see her there, just in the bottom of the screen. She's moving in just before the line out is completed. Lightning, as we restart, whip it into midfield. That looked like it might have been slightly forward, but we play on. Davey whips it. Oh, now there's some space down this wing. And Westcombe Evans is off. She's got Nelson on the inside but couldn't get the ball away. Elects to take the contact. Davey whips it into midfield. Rowlands. Nice little ball back inside to Latui. Rowland into midfield. Hand off. Can the Lightning get quick ball? They can again. They're going to go down that right-hand side. Morel. Oh, she does really well to keep the ball alive. And then round the back as well. Kelter. She's had a really strong start to this particular game. Got penalty advantage as well. Lily Ives Campion with a strong carry. Well, that ball is going to go to ground, and we're going to say no advantage from the previous advantage.
Yeah, good defensive set there from Seal, forcing the error, but unfortunate to go back for the penalty for Lightning.
Made a good partnership, Kelter and Morel. And there, both of them are centre of your picture once again.
Yeah, they're both very skillful players. Kelter is a real wrecking ball carrier, and Morel's very skillful, so they work well together.
Penalty's been kicked down the line. So we've got a 6 metre line out, I should say. Daisy Hibbert-Jones up highest. Here come the Lightning. Shredder has 5 tries this season already. Is this number 6? There's a body underneath that. I'm not convinced she's got that down. Well, it almost looked like it was easier to score than not.
That's great maul defence there from Seal, allowing us to have a goal line dropout. The girls will take lots of confidence from that.
So she's at the back, and they're moving it forward, and then something collapses in front, and that enables, or not enables, Catherine Tredder to get the ball down. Maso Tonga keeps the ball alive. Into midfield it goes. Morale. Was that just long enough? It was. Georgie Harris-Redding. She doesn't need long to get in over the ball, and that was just long enough. Turnover penalty.
Yeah, Georgie is breakdown queen. That is an unreal win for Seal there, from going from defending your try line to forcing Lightning to be up to the inside the half is great.
Again, we have a kick that doesn't find touch, and so game carries on. Kelter, 50-22 if it finds the sideline, which that one won't, and it will roll and roll around. Now, will it roll over the dead ball? Oh, I might have let that just have a little bit more of a roll just to see, because as that is, that's going to be a goal line dropout. If it had gone over the dead ball line, it would have been scrum back from where it was kicked.
Yeah, I think Rona probably saw Kelter coming chasing, so maybe thought, let's dot this down and get the safety of a goal line dropout.
Yeah, always better to be explaining on Monday's review meeting why you gave away a goal line dropout than a try, isn't it? So
yeah, way better.
Lightning halfway inside the Sharks half. Rowland, that's nice. Matatonga's outside, gets the fend away and gets into a ring. That's a big contact. Lizzie Duffy in there. Latui. Davey whips it away. Nice little tip on. Here's the opportunity. Lily Ives Campion. Try number 2.
That's a great forwards try there by Lightning. Just a little tip on forward pods puts Ives Campion straight through a little gap, and Seal just can't recover.
It's her first try of the season, the second of the afternoon. This is a great carry to start it all off, though, isn't it?
Yeah, excellent carry on the edge there. I think Seal could maybe do a little bit better in making them tackles in the edge channel.
Latui follows it up, and then there's a nice little tip on there from Belial. And Ives Campion, you're not going to stop her from there.
No, about 10 metres from the try line. It's very hard as a full-back to get across and make that tackle. The attacking player's always going to win that battle there.
Well, it was a chip shot of a conversion, and Helen Nelson has added that. So she's got 2 conversions, take us over the 60-point mark for the season. She's now on 63. Emma Singh started the round as the PWR's leading scorer on 99. Now Aitchison goes left-hand side this time. So to get a hand on it. Now I'm just wondering if Nikki O'Donnell was potentially looking at a knock-on. But she wasn't, so it's into touch off Loughborough far side, and therefore it'll be a Sale Sharks line-out. Yeah,
another great restart there from Holly, and Shona did very well there to get up in the air and get a tap back, and then our defence pushed Loughborough into touch, so good line-out for us.
She's going really short. They're barely. The intention is they barely get over that 10-metre line to try and make it as possible, easy as possible to contest them. And here they come again from the line-out. Now that's off the knee. Ortiz. Back to Aitchison. Down the right-hand side. Opportunity for Nelson. Matatonga. Finds touch nice and safely, but we said a few moments ago, nice territorial game from Sale there.
Yeah, we had a little mistake there on our line-out launch. So Holly thought, let's dink the ball back into their 22, and it's led us to get a nice territory gain, and we can attack from here.
Erica Durrell-Cersei with the line-out win that starts it off. And there's just a slight miscommunication. Shona Campbell grabs that loose ball, comes off the knee, not the hand, which is why it's play on. Line-out win, whipped into midfield. Howard finds Talling. And Lightning have come in at the side, and therefore it is a penalty. Now that's 10 metres outside of the 22, dead centre of the pitch. Holly Aitchison is taking dead aim at that blue car in the car park.
I wouldn't like to have that blue car. I'd be scared over here. But yeah, really good win there for Sale.
Pieces of the jigsaw are just starting to come together.
Yeah, small momentum shift there.
That's the one they're aiming at.
Small momentum shift has led to us having a line out about 10 metres out from the try line.
Cocaine, that's a great throw. Paris Redding with the claim. Cocaine's in on the ball. You can see the centres coming to join in. Can they get it moving? It's stopped once, says Nikki O'Donnell, our referee. Ortiz is going to go blind. Pick and jam, that's a good drive as well. What's another big, strong carry, and it's a good tackle as well. Becky Boyd there, the Scotland international, made real contact. Said, you're not coming through me. Sharks happy to go inch by inch, centimetre by centimetre. They want to be coming away from this with points. Nick James with the placement back. Talling. Penalty advantage for the Sharks. I don't think they'll necessarily change what the plan is. Well, Paris Redding is going to put the ball out, and it is going to go into the back line. That drifts forwards, so we will come back for the penalty. But they're just starting to build up that pressure.
Yeah, really good pick and goes there from Sales forwards, getting moving forward inch by inch, and then pulling the ball wide to the backs there on advantage, where they've a bit more freedom. Just unfortunate for the ball to go forward.
Right, it's going to be a tap and go from in front of the posts, 5 metres out, as you can see. Defenders have managed to get in and underneath that first carry. Talling tries the tip-on pass. There's a hand in there. Knock on only at this stage. Aitchison clears up. Talling in again. Tish Harper with the latest carry. Talling gets the knee down, so the tackle is completed. Hogan picks and goes round the edge. This is really close. Is that up and over the line? No, Nicky O'Donnell says short. Hogan. Lightning are forcing her sideways at the moment. Paris Redding claims. Can she get through and get it down? She's really close, but just short. Second attempt. No, denied again. Cockayne puts it into the hands of Aitchison. All the way out to the right-hand side. Rhoda Lloyd for the try. 9th of the season. Sharks are on the board as we approach 22 minutes played.
Yeah, that's a really, really well worked try there from Seal. Really great patience there from the forwards. And then when they seen that it was on to pull it wide, we pulled it wide. And very rarely does Rona not score those. I think she scored in the same corner against Quins 2 weeks ago.
9th of the season. Been fantastic.
Yeah, I think as well she'll appreciate having such good ball players inside her, helping her get the ball in her hands more often, leading to more tries, especially in the 22.
Lizzie Duffy with the conversion attempt. It's a good strike, just offline. But the Sharks are on the board. That's the most important thing. Yeah,
they've definitely woken up now. It seems like the momentum's definitely with Sharks at the minute. Last few little 50-50s are going our way, and we're being a bit more patient when we have the ball in our hands. So hopefully it continues and we can get more points on the board.
Did well as the pick and jam just attracted so many defenders in. There had to be space out wide, and that's what they managed to exploit in the end. Good game so far, this one. Loughborough out to the early lead. Sharks getting into their game. So an opportunity to go all the way out to Lloyd again. There is. She's going to drop it on the toe. Rowland will send it back from where it came. Duffy. High and one to chase. Kelter's waiting for that to drop into the bread basket. Gives to Westcombe Evans. Paris Redding tried to get in on the ball there, couldn't. Latui. Good strong carry from Latui. 15 gain line carries in the last round. She led the PWR. She's watching as the ball goes out to the right wing to Masatonga. Two tight head props collide. Belial tackled by Nick James. Aina Cockayne leading the defensive line there, getting out and making the tackle. Lightning trying to go through the middle. Now Rachel Arecki with the carry, the tackle was completed, so she released the ball, picks it back up and can then go again. That's why she's allowed to do that. Lightning go contestable down the right hand side. Brittany Hogan picks up the loose ball. Nick James places it back. Ortiz. Well, the Sharks thought about it, and Lightning had actually come too early. Penalty for offside.
That is a really great defensive shift there from Sharks. They forced Loughborough into making a high contestable kick because they were going nowhere. So I think Sharks can take a lot of confidence from that.
Keep your eyes on those black shirts there. Yeah, they just come a little bit too early around the fringe, don't they? McDavid the 9. I mean, when you've missed as much rugby as she has this season, like, it's understandable why you're excited and you want to get up and you want to get in and make the tackle, but you still have to wait for the ball to be out. Amy Cockayne then. Well, I haven't been at sales training this week, but I'm fairly confident in saying that was not a planned move.
No, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication there. But I don't think Loughborough competed, so to me that wouldn't matter if it was not straight.
You make an interesting point. The new law this season is that if the defending side or the opposition don't compete, then it doesn't have to be straight. And I think that's what's actually being asked. Okay, so Nicky O'Donnell is saying that one is so not straight, I have to call it. There it is. You can see, it just horribly breaks down.
Yeah, it looks like it comes out of Amy's hands a bit funny, so maybe...
It's almost like she tried to stop throwing it because she realised something wasn't right. Yeah, maybe, we're all working on the basis that it cannot be not straight. Maybe there is a point that if it's so not straight, the referees simply have to call it. I don't know. We'll work out that one during the afternoon. I appreciate you're not a line out forward.
No, far from it.
Scrum time. Good platform for Lightning. They're going to come left-hand side. Kelter combines well with Morel. Matatonga's over from the right. Good tackle made. Evie Wills with the tackle. Nelson drops in at first receiver. Latui with the carry. Nelson in there once again. We wondered if that would happen, and there she's been for a couple of times now. And in fact, now make that 3 phases in a row. The fullback is in at first receiver, and here is Helen Nelson, not Helen Nelson, it's Helena Rowland, who's wearing the 10 shirt. And she tried to get a knee down. Nicky O'Donnell, our referee, said the tackle was made, therefore Sale had to come off the ball, and they didn't.
Yeah, just a little eager there from, I think it was Katana. Maybe she thought the knees weren't down and tried to strip the ball.
I think it goes there, doesn't it? That's when the knee gets down.
Yeah, maybe in the motion of letting go, Amy's stripped the ball.
Well, the Lightning have gone down the right-hand side, as you can see. It is line-out time. And Catherine Tredder will throw the USA international hooker. It's a metre gap. Or at least it's supposed to be a metre gap, and Nicky O'Donnell wants the players that bit closer. Over the top it goes to Kelter. Now, was that straight? If you go over the 15, then it does have to be straight. I can tell you, Charlie Beckett, the forwards coach for the Sale Sharks, is not happy down beneath us at the moment. He's talking to anyone who'll listen, but then Charlie will do that most of the time anyway. Play on. Davey goes to the left-hand side. Lovely ball for Morale on the crash, almost through. Davey goes back infield. Belial with the carry. To the right hand side. Little drop ball to Matatonga, who gets smashed. Sale's defensive line holds for the time being. Becky Boyd, though, is making her way in. What's that, 4 metres away from the line? Pick and go. Latui. Good tackle. Tish Harper in there. To the right it goes. Again. There are those purple shirts waiting. You can see that it is a battle in at the breakdown just to make a few centimetres. Back it goes now. That's all out. So Davey's going to have to pick it up and play it. Ball did just squirt out. forward comes the Saints. Rachel Orecki with the carry. It is down and playable. Shadow of the goalposts. Sale pile in there and try and prevent it coming back, but there it blows. Rowland's going to go kick pass out to the left hand side, almost, but it's really well taken by Aitchison. It's not claimed. It is a knock on, not a deliberate knock on, so it's a scrum down to Lightning.
Yeah, just unlucky there from Holly. She read the Lightning were going to kick the ball and defended it very well. Because if that goes over her head, I think Lightning are walking in a try there.
It's a fraction off being perfect, isn't it? That's the quality, though, that you can actually pick that line and realise where you need to be. Because there were two attackers. If it had been shorter, there's one option there, but Rowland has got herself in perfect position, read it, and manages to deal with it.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. I reckon if she catches that, she's running the full 100 metres, score on the other side.
That's the thing, isn't it? First of all, the kick pass now, the quality of kicking is such that it's no longer 50-50. The quality of these players can almost mean that they can put it where they want. But if you can intercept it, you can get some massive territorial gains.
Yeah, because their quickest players will nearly be running full speed the other way, so if you intercept that, it's so hard for them to turn around and catch you.
Scrum to Lightning, Meg Davey. She's going to bring it in field. Kelter loses it in contact. And it is well cleared by Katana Howard, who finds the safety of touch.
That's brilliant from Katana. Just outside, bringing Seal just outside the 20, or Lightning just outside the 22, compared to 2 minutes ago when they're defending their own try line.
Evie Wills in there with the contact, dislodging the ball. Katana Howard centres your work as a partnership, and she was the one who then cleared it. Win for Lightning. Orecki brings it in field. Latui has to fight so hard almost to get to ground. Ball has gone loose. Stripped backwards is the call by the referee. So that's why it's not a knock-on. It was a Sale hand that dislodged it. Orecki, nice work combining with Boyd. She's going to need to be able to get rid of that. Sale are told to come off of it. Rowland whips it to the left. Morale, good tackle by Rona Lloyd. Kelter's out in the gap where she was, though, making metres into the 22. Nice little tip on from Latui to Orecki. Nelson. Loughborough probing away. Sale have given away a penalty for making contact with the scrum half. Kick down the right hand side. Matatonga can't keep it on the dance floor, therefore will come back for the penalty.
Yeah, just another really good defensive set there from Sale, but unfortunate just to play the 9 and give the penalty away.
Tish Harper is the player who's been singled out by Nikki O'Donnell, our referee. Scrum halves are basically a protected species nowadays. You can't even breathe on them, let alone touch them.
I know, sometimes it gets a little tempting, but yeah, you can't touch them or you'll get a penalty against you.
And after a quick conversation, they've elected to take the kick at goal with about 5 minutes of this first half to play. So they're going to try and build the scoreboard.
I think Seal can take a lot of confidence from that because they've nearly forced Lightning into taking the points. Lightning's been in our 22 there for the last maybe 10 minutes and they've not come away with anything. So the fact that they're taking the the penalty kick, I think the girls will be quite happy with that.
Don't get many penalty goals in the PWR. Because generally speaking, it's tries and conversions. Steps up. And through it goes. 3 more points to Helen Nelson. She's 3 for 3 from the kicking tee this afternoon. And it is a 12-point lead for the visitors.
Hopefully another one of these high contestable kickoffs, and Sale can get the ball back.
Nicky O'Donnell just explaining to Georgie Perris-Redding there that the Sale player had got to floor and Georgie Perris-Redding came round offside round the side. That was the reason for the penalty. Whatever, it's gone. Lightning take it cleanly. Good strong carry from Belisle. She doesn't get as many minutes due to May Sangapolo being in the side, but Sangapolo is on the bench this afternoon, so Belisle gets the start. And she's watching her winger gather that ball in. Lulu Matatonga, the USA international. Nice little tip back inside. Hibbert Jones with the carry as Nicky O'Donnell reminds me of dealing with 2 small children. Behave, you two. Rowland gathers in. She's looking at this touchline down beneath us. Amy Cockayne hunts it down. She's got time, finds Aitchison, and there's a chance to come back this way. Ortiz to Talling. Aitchison. Jurel Cersei. Perris-Redding, the link. And there's a couple of bouncing balls, but it's still alive. The opportunity is there for Campbell. Duffy acts as link. Just again, the timing and execution of a couple of these plays has let the Sharks down a little bit. They've regathered, they've got the ball back, but they've given up about 20 metres. Talling carries hard. Held hoists it. And it's a penalty because it's knocked on by Lightning, and then the player who is in front of the player who commits the knock-on picks it up, so it is a full penalty.
Yeah, really well, really good game management there from Sharks. We got a wee bit messy there in our own half, so Katana decided to put up a contestable kick, and it's came back our way.
Not long left in the first half. Right. Olivia Ortiz tells Amy Cockayne what ball they'd like, the backs would like, and then the forwards decide on the call. And it's given us not straight. All of that planning. Less than a minute. You can see the Lightning player is up, Lily Ives Campion, and therefore it has to be nearer the middle.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate there. Very close to being a very good line out.
It's the trade-off, isn't it? In the fact that if you don't think the opposition's going to go up, then you might just say, well, let's make sure we win it. But of course, if they decide to catch you out and stick the player up, then it has to be straight down the middle, and you risk the turnover.
Yeah, it's a hard one. I wouldn't like to be the hooker in that position.
Sale have gone through the mark early, so it is a free kick. If they do that a second time, it will turn into a full penalty. And Nicky O'Donnell has said that is time, and therefore Helena Rowland will simply tap it to herself and pops it into the stand, and that will do it for the first 40. Well, it's been a very entertaining first 40. The Lightning coming out to a fast start with tries from Aliv Kelter and Lily Ives Campion. Rona Lloyd getting one back as we got to the halfway mark of the half. Helen Nelson with a late penalty, and Lightning therefore are leading. Some quick thoughts then.
Yeah, like a really good half. I think Sharks definitely have a few more gears to go up, especially in their attack. I think their defence has been like pretty solid, forcing Lightning to take the 3 there at the end and holding off for quite long periods, like on our try line. So definitely more to come from the Sharks, but overall a good half from both teams.
We'll bring you the highlights in just a moment. Half time, it is the Sale Sharks 5, Loughborough Lightning 17.
New era.
Saracen scrum. Bridger just taking on Chiefs with no other plan than making meters for herself. That's the kind of night they're having. Everything's working out. Sharp, lovely burst from Lottie Sharp. She's away. Sizes up Poulard. Takes on the Canadian international, the American international in Sharp. Lovely break and a classic break. This is over to the corner. Corrigan has acres to work in. Waits for the bounce, picks it. And Saracens have their Saturday night suede shoes on finally.
Quins have to go to work again. All that effort, all that physicality to get within inches of the line. Pena now trying to inject something into this, hacking it forwards herself and going after it. And there's the try for Harlequins. Claudia Pena over for their score.
Maud to the open side. Morale now. Treader smuggles it onto Young. Prop on the loose. Maud. A little bit of fruity language as she's barreled backwards. The grubber through for Hibbert Jones. Joyce, Hibbert Jones. Who got that down? Was it the captain? It was. It's brilliant.
Richardson, the receiver, and straight through the gap. Straight through the gap goes McCalman. She's still going as McCalman, and she's going to run straight underneath the post.
Now Saracen scrum, look at the momentum. Cleel picks it up, kicks over the top as she sometimes likes to do. Chases after it and gets it! It's Poppy Cleel! 5 metres away she's hauled down. Saracens keep the momentum high and driving for the line. They'll get there. That is something out of this world. Something to stoke Saturday night fires in North London. Sellers scores it. Cleel creates it.
Final minute of this first half.
Take it back.
Perhaps one chance for Tigers to attack, not if they give the ball away. Here is Gallagher, who's darts right through the middle. Here goes Gallagher. She's got one woman to beat. Outside step and a wonderful individual score from Neve Gallagher to finish with a flourish for Ealing Trailfinders.
New era.
It is half-time in the PWR. Oh, hello. That's the way to spend a Saturday afternoon, in a barbecue at the Mawson Stadium watching some PWR rugby. Yeah, that'll do very nicely for you. As it is at the break, it is the Sharks trailing by 12 points. 2 tries early on for the Loughborough Lightning. Sale Sharks responding. Let's take a look at what's happened in the first period. And this was the opening score for Lightning, coming in the 3rd minute. And it's a little show and go, and it all opened up.
Yeah, I think we got caught, like we got left behind a little there in the inside channels, so it just allowed a gap to sort of open, and Lightning did really well to go through it.
Matui with the carry there. It's a lovely little pullback. Carmela Morale exploits the 2-on-1, and Kelter's just got a simple run in there.
Yeah, once the line's broken, it's so hard to get the ball back there.
So that was the first. This is the second. Latui was involved in the previous try. She's just got a first carry there to keep things going. Lovely little tip on to Bilal, and that is Lily Ives' campion.
Yeah, similar sort of try there for Loughborough. We got caught, and then a late tip, and the defence just didn't react quick enough, leaving a little gap.
Yeah, they bit in on Bilal, didn't they? And she was just able to tip it on to Ives' campion for her first of the season. And no wonder she looks happy. And then the Sharks went through a lot of phases to get to here. Pick and jam, pick and jam, pick and jam. And they realised there was the space out wide. And Rona Lloyd goes over in the corner.
Yeah, great patience. All started by a great carry from Georgie to get us quite close to the try line. And then great vision from Lizzie and Holly to pull the ball wide to Rona.
So the coaches are in the dressing rooms with the players. Be interesting to see what kind of tactical changes they make in the second half. Will there be any little tweaks? I've got a feeling it might well be more of the same. So don't go anywhere. The second half is coming your way very shortly. It is the PWR.
New era.
We are Sale Sharks. We fear no one.
This is our city. The only team in the north, and that is something that we're so proud of. I think anybody north of the Midlands is going to get behind Sale Sharks.
We have such a loyal fan base. You can always hear the drums and the die-hard fans who show up to every match, rain or shine.
I'm so excited to play at Hayward Road. It's always an amazing atmosphere whenever I've been there before, and yeah, just to be back home.
Sale are going to bring passion, they're going to bring team-moving rugby, they're going to bring a lot of flair, and it's going to be an exciting time to be in the north.
We're going to score some tries.
Bring it on.
We are Loughborough Lightning. This is our town. This is our home.
Loughborough have a young and community feel when it comes to the fans.
Strong. Fearless.
Electric. Ones to watch this season are Ala Latei and Sadia Capello.
I'm going to bring this tackle, fast pace, tries, good rugby.
New era.
Welcome back to Mawson Stadium. We are a couple of moments away from the second half of this PWR game, and it is the home side with work to do at the break. I'm Andrew McKenna. Vicky Owen is alongside me. The Sale Sharks back, and we're just waiting for the players to re-emerge. Vicky, in terms of what's going on at half-time, in terms of the dressing rooms, what do you think the conversation's going to be? I mean, I know what the conversation is over there. Medium rare, please. But in terms of the coaches, what do you think they're going to be asking from the players? Let's start in the Sale dressing room.
I reckon they'll be asking for more of the same, like high contestable kicks, because they're paying off for us. I think what they'll maybe say to work on is just our execution of some of our like line out launches and like our handling, passes going behind. So just to make that right, and then hopefully that will help us get a few more tries.
Good looking food. Oh, that's not so good looking. Well, I'll speak on my behalf, not on yours, obviously, Vicky. In terms of Lightning point of view, they've gone pretty well. I imagine from both coaches actually, it's more of the same. Let's work on the execution. There's a few too many things that maybe haven't quite gone to hand. Yeah, like Lightning have pulled us from width to width, and when they do that and they do that well, it has ended with two line breaks. So I reckon the coaches, Lightning coaches, will definitely be saying more of the same. Well, as you can see, players are out. And I'm doing a quick squiz around. I do not see any replacements at this stage. Unless you can see any, Vicky? No?
No. I think everyone's as they were when we started.
Right then, so it's as you were, and let's get the second half of this underway. And we do. Hogan takes that well on the move. Good strong carry, good strong tackle. Ortiz whips it away. Duffy threatened to kick but doesn't, goes out. And the opportunity is there for Evie Wills. Lightning goes short there. Don't know if that was deliberate or something that they've picked up in the analysis at half-time maybe. Nick James carries. Good clear out as well. Means the ball is there. Ortiz can whip it away. Now again it's the kick. Again it's a shorter one and it's contestable. It's been missed by Bo Westcombe Evans. But they've got it at the second attempt. Latui. Davey will fire it back. What a low one. It's made its way down the pitch. Aitchison finds Duffy. No, where that's that bouncing loose. Masatonga with the tackle. I think Eva Donaldson greatly appreciated that. There's a fair bit actually of little holds and grabs just off the ball, just to slow players down, just to mean that they're not quite where they're supposed to be in the running of a play.
Yeah, it's the dark arts. You do it until you can get away with it.
Well, that's the key, isn't it? You do it just enough to put them off and not enough so that the referee takes notice. Referee's taking notice of that. The high kick has been dropped. It's a knock-on and Sale Sharks will have a scrum.
Yeah, brilliant kick there from Sale, giving us an attacking scrum just inside Lightning's half.
Mentioned earlier today that it's so tight in the table. They are still playing between Bristol and the Leicester Tigers in the other afternoon game, but Bristol have the try bonus point already, so it looks like they will win and therefore take the 5 points. They are 54-0 up, so it's going to take something quite special for the Tigers to come back. So Bristol are going to go to 25 points, which is 2 above Lightning and the Sale Sharks at the moment. So that is why it's important to keep winning these games, get you that momentum. Next up for next up for Sale is Leicester, away from home. So a bit of momentum here, and it just changes the next few weeks, Vicky.
Yeah, we've had 2 good wins there and before this game, and if we get a win here, that can bounce us into next week, which again, hopefully another maybe 4 or 5 points, and we'll just slowly climb that table.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, there's going to be a team that finds form late in the season and gets themselves into the playoffs. Logic kind of says that. You've got 2 wins at the moment. If you can turn this one around, that would be 3. You'd fancy your chances against Leicester. That's then 4. And all of a sudden, all bets are off.
Yeah, 4 wins on the bounce. I don't actually think Sale's ever done that. So that would be a massive achievement in itself. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
The last time they did 2 was a couple of years ago. Well, here we go, opportunity. Rona Lloyd. She's refusing to take no for an answer at the moment. Hogan takes the ball. Nice to Aitchison. Big out to the left-hand side to Campbell. Campbell gets out of the first tackle. Masetonga puts it to ground. Hogan. Oh, it's a lovely offload to Talling. And another one to Jarrell Stacey! Try number 2 for the Sharks. Lovely move.
That is absolutely brilliant. What offloads there in the lead up to that try. One from Brittany and one from Moz. That was something a back would be proud of.
Well, it all started here. She just refused to take no for an answer there, didn't she?
Yeah, brilliant carry off the scrum for Rona. And then an absolute bullet of a pass out to the wing from Holly to Shona, and then Brittany and Moz did the rest. And then Rick just ran it over.
4th of the season. Right then, Duffy with the conversion. On its way and through the posts. 5 points down, so a converted try would put Sale into the lead if they could get it. Got a game on.
Yeah, like momentum's back with Sale now. We finished the half well, so hopefully we can start this one even better.
Katana Howard takes the restart, brings it forward. Shona Campbell is looking again. She'd come off the left wing and was lurking in and around, trying to find some space. Nick James trying to create that space. Up it goes from Aitchison again. Now who's under that? Well, no one at the moment. Westcombe Evans cleans up in the end, but gets bundled over the sideline.
That is an excellent kick chase from Rona, Georgie, and I think Erica as well, to put their winger, Loughborough's winger, into touch, and now we've got the ball back just inside our own half.
Holly Aitchison is doing a great job with these kicks, and the fact that we said she's deliberately going shorter, they are contestable, and at the moment they're causing all sorts of problems in that Lightning defensive back area.
Yeah, like Lightning are coming, running onto them, and they don't look particularly confident. So definitely more from Holly would be great.
Oh, here she comes, ball in hand, Duffy. Back inside, and Rona Lloyd. The one thing you can say about the Sale Sharks, the wingers are not told to stay on their wings. They will be here, there and everywhere looking for work. Right winger on the left side. She's still this way. Paris Redding. It's a hard carry. Got penalty advantage, the Sharks. Hogan back inside. Gerald Cersei. Ball is playable, so they're not going to need to go. Oh, it's a deliberate short little dab kick. And it's claimed by the Lightning, so we're coming back for the penalty. And it really feels like the home side are setting camp up at the moment inside the Lightning half.
Yeah, like we've come back out and we're not giving them an inch. Our attack we've really fixed those mistakes we were sort of making in the first half. And now all the passes are going to hand, and we're able to spread Lightning and hope and getting some reward from that.
How ambitious does she want to be? That's about perfect.
Yeah, her forwards will be thanking her for that.
5 metres out. And a World Cup winning hooker to throw in. Uncontested. Catch taken. And Amy came in the corner. 2 in 4 minutes. And the Sale Sharks are coming at this one with a wet sail. They are flying into this half. And Amy Cockayne has her 6th try of the season. Her first as a Sale Shark. And it is 17 points apiece with the conversion to come.
Yeah, what a 10 minutes there from Sale. Like, we scored 2 tries. That was a really well worked line out move from our forwards, and Amy probably has not scored an easier try than that.
Well, it's her 6th of the season. Now Duffy from wide out on the left hand side. to put the home side in front for the first time this afternoon. The Lightning players, even though they're being replaced, need to stay behind the try line. Duffy strikes just short. Well, I mentioned them being replaced because the Lightning are making changes, and they're making changes in the forward pack largely. Anne Young, May Sangapolu and Talia Brodie are on, along with Alicia Maud at scrum half. So 2 props and a second row coming onto the field, trying to arrest the momentum, and that momentum is Kitana Howard. Here come the Sale Sharks. Well, we said do what you do it in the first half, but execute it better. The execution has been far better this half from the Sale Sharks.
Yeah, way better, and we're getting payoff from that.
Flooding into that breakdown. That feels like it may not come back, but Kelter has done well to get a knee to floor. Sangapolu, their first involvement is to carry hard. Rowland, nice tip on. Morale, short ball to Hibbert. Jones gets the ball back. Feels like this is the first time that Lightning have had the ball in ages. Matatonga comes back infield as she was getting close to the sideline. It's a lovely little ball by Alicia Maud. Time to tidy things up. Hibbert Jones with the long placement. Tish Harper gets out the way, doesn't attract the ire of the referee. Sangapolu carrying hard. Quick ball now to the left-hand side. Lovely line from Kelter. Almost through. Tackled. Now Lightning slow it down. They want to be really precise here. Matatonga over on the left-hand side. Anne Young, the replacement loose head. Sangapolu, the replacement tight head. And here's the opportunity for Talia Brodie on in the back row for Becky Boyd. Ball's going to make out to Daisy Hibbert-Jones, and the Lightning captain will score. Well, they've not had a great deal of ball. They've had virtually no territory. But the captain, who signed a new contract just a few weeks ago, has her 3rd try of the season, and the Lightning are back in front.
Yeah, real good patience there from Lightning. A few big carries up in the middle. And then they just pulled the ball wide, and Daisy just easily walked over.
Well, conversions suddenly get a whole lot more important in close games. Daisy Hibbert-Jones goes over and gives the opportunity to Helen Nelson to take her 4th kick of the afternoon. She's 3 from 3 so far. Strikes it through the middle. So it is a 7-point lead. It is a converted try difference. It might be a good time for me to mention that I've done commentary on 2 PWR games this season, and both have ended up as draws. I'm just saying, I'm just going to mention that now. I was here for the Exeter game, and I did Bristol against Trailfinders a few weeks ago.
Yeah, there has been a lot of draws this season in the PWR.
I've not done all of them. I'd like to, if any of the directors of rugby are listening, I'm not responsible for all of them, but I have been responsible for 2 of them, and with 26 minutes to go, we are a 7-point score. I'm just putting it out there. That's all I'm saying. Tish Harper goes and relays the call to Amy Kakay. Talling with the line-out win. Lightning got a hand in there. at least to dislodge it. Cockayne will pick up the loose ball. Nick James places it back. It's real hard work in that forward area at the moment. There's not much space. It's kick pass out to the left-hand side. Masatonga's underneath that. Oh, I thought for a moment that Sale were going to get in and strip that, but they weren't able to. He's had hands in there, and she couldn't quite turn it over. Now, have Lightning got enough in there? No, they haven't. It is turned over on this occasion. Penalty on halfway.
Yeah, brilliant kick again from Holly, and then immediately the pressure's back on Lightning, and they got a bit separated there from their support, which led to an easy turnover from Sale.
Georgie Perris-Redding and Amy Cockayne both in over the ball. Two people that you wouldn't want to give an opportunity to get in on a situation like that if you were choosing.
Yeah, definitely not. They're two of our best breakdown specialists.
Cockayne to throw then. Hogan is the option. Good clean win. Katie Charles is on wearing number 23. She's at the back there, working her way forward with the ball. She's just with Hogan at the front there. They've managed to shear off 3 or 4 defenders. Can they keep it moving? They've already got penalty advantage. And the explanation is that the Sale Sharks players had actually broken off from the pile. Therefore, they couldn't rejoin, and therefore will come back for the penalty. But that's a great drive.
Yeah, like they nearly made 15 metres there. I thought they were going to go the whole way. Just unfortunate to get pulled back for rejoining them all.
Well, Holly Aitchison hasn't been quite as ambitious on this occasion with the kick, but there is Charles. As you can see there, she keeps her hands on it and goes straight through the middle. Manages to shear off some of those black-shirted Lightning defenders.
Yeah, Seal will be wanting more of the same here.
They came back on the peel to the touchline side for Amy Cockayne's try. Hogan coming forward, wins. Well, Cockayne is going to get involved on this occasion, so she's not going to peel. And it's been lost forward on the floor.
That was a good sack there from Lightning to stop our drive even getting going at all. Just unfortunate for a little knock on the floor.
So Brittany Hogan wins it, and it's important to remember that once the maul gets moving, you can't then pull it down. If you immediately get the jumper, once they've landed on the ground, you can then take them to floor. That's what you call sacking the jumper. That is legal. You can't pull down the pile once it started moving. And once it starts moving, it is incredibly difficult to stop legally.
Yeah, usually if the maul goes down when it gets going, it's usually someone's doing something they shouldn't be doing.
And it's the sort of thing that attracts referees' attentions, like a beacon going off.
Yeah, like it's very obvious if a maul that's moving forward very well comes down, because very unlikely it'll be the team with the ball will bring it down.
As you can see, Katie Charles on there, number 23 on for Becky Boyd. So Katie Charles on for Eva Donaldson, of course, what I'm talking about. Latui comes away from the base. Penalty to Sharks because the Lightning players changed lanes and prevented, therefore, Sale getting a good charge down attempt on that clearance kick. So it's a penalty to Sale and another opportunity for Aitchison to put this into the corner and set up another phase.
Yeah, like Sharks will be keen to right the wrong that just happened, so this is a really good attacking opportunity for us.
So this is where it happens. The ball goes back, and just on the right-hand corner of the screen there, you could see that one of the Sale players was going to try and charge it down, and the Loughborough defender just had a little shimmy to the left just to close it up. Joel Searcy coming forward. It's Talling at the back with the line out. It's rolling forward. It's up to the line. It's over the line. It's try scored. And it's Childs with the try. She's not been on the pitch that long. It's her third try of the season. And we've got a conversion attempt to level this game once again.
That was a great driving maul from Sharks there, getting us across the line. Lightning did attempt a sack there, but this time unsuccessful.
To tie things up. It's on the way. It's good. And we go into the final quarter, all level. And this is how it starts. Talling with the win. And then Childs takes it off her and piles away over the line. Couple of changes, as you just saw on screen. Asian Hogan Rochester is onto the left wing, and it's coming this way, and Sharks have got an overlap here. The pass was just a bit of a stopper though. Childs resets. Hogan with the carry. Now that's been stripped by Lightning, so it's not a knock-on. Rowland finds Kelter, crosses halfway. Drops it onto the boot, which surprises me a little bit, but it's proving difficult, and they've actually gone too early. Alicia Maud has been told by the referee that you've gone too early then, and therefore it is a scrum or penalty choice. So you can have a scrum from where it was kicked or a penalty from where the player was offside. And they elect to take the penalty because they can put this out of play on the right hand side and then take the line out.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer decision there. And gives us a really good attacking line out well into the Lightning's half.
Gwen Pearce on at loose head, passes on the information. And Charlotte Frey, the replacement, second row. That's well cleared up by Charles. That was not an easy ball to take, knowing that you're about to get the ball and the tackler at the same time. Ortiz finds Aitchison, little delay on that one. Joel Searcy with the hard carry and placement. Into the back line it goes. Charles again with a strong carry. Lightning coming up, making the tackles. Gwen Pearce releases the ball, places it, is entitled to get up and go again as she does. Aitchison, Duffy. Evie Wills does well. The tackle was made, it was a good tackle as well by Matatonga, but Wills keeps hold of the ball, keeps the placement. Nick James. Now an opportunity for the Sharks to come back down the left side. Paris Redding. Here is Hogan Rochester. Does well, keeps it alive. There was a hand in there. So the first hand in there was fine. The second hand in there knocked it on. Both of them from a Lightning point of view. So it's going to be a Sale Sharks scrum. And as you see there, a couple of little knock-ons. And as this scrum is being formed, Helena Rowland leaves the field. Lucia Scott is on into the back line, so it means that Helen Nelson will go into fly half and Scott will go in at full back. Well, Helena Rowland gets 65 minutes on her return.
Yeah, and she's had a really good game to come back. She can take a lot of confidence from that. It'll be interesting to see Helen Nelson now at 10.
Yeah, you wonder if there'll be any change in game plan. Ortiz, Aitchison, Hogan Rochester hits the gas. Kelter makes the tackle. There's a steal in there, but it was an illegal one. Scott's just onto the pitch. Hands in the ruck was formed. So dangerous, Asia Hogan Rochester. Again into the corner it goes. Fancy Bermudez coming on for Lightning. It's Bo Westcombe-Evans. Here's the player replaced. So winger for winger. Just off the fingertips. There's a knock-on scrum down Lightning ball, and that will be a real disappointment.
Yeah, it'll be disappointing for Sale, but a good win for Lightning there.
The only thing about having a scrum here, 5 metres out from your own line, is it's not a great spot to be. So you would think quick strike and clear. Even if they do clear to touch, Sale will be getting the ball back in a pretty decent area. And that's a brilliant scrum. Well, they've not been able to get the clearance away, and Sale win the penalty. Now, calm heads. You can go quick, but be calm about it. And I think they've done the right thing there. They've just taken a breath. But what a scrum.
Yeah, unbelievable scrum from our Sales forwards there. I think, as you said, like, it's so hard to have a scrum on your own 5 metre. And Sales forwards really attacked that one.
Now this is an interesting call, scrum. And the way the last one went, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, Sale will be trying to hopefully get another penalty out of this, or if not, it will be a really good attack and opportunity for the Sale backs.
As you can see, Lightning are changing their hooker. Paige Stathopoulos will be joining us. USA hooker replaces USA hooker as Catherine Treader leaves the field. Paige Stathopoulos joined the Lightning in January as injury cover. straight in. So Nicky Kane and Nick James are the only two of the starting 6 who are still on the field. I've always wondered why they celebrate that, because absolutely nothing's happened, but there's an awful lot of clapping and excitement about it.
I think it's all mind games. I don't really know. I don't know much about what goes on in there. The only thing I'm worried about is back is the ball coming out to me.
As long as they're happy. As long as they're happy. That's
yeah, that's it.
In fairness, it is so important to get the engagement right here. We've just said it's such an important scrum. 5 metres out from your own line if you're Lightning. 5 metres out from the scoring zone if you're Sale. That's not stable. It's a penalty to Sale. Now, if you've got penalty and it's the front row's going to knee and you've just taken the scrum, you would assume they're going scrum again.
Yeah, they might, you know, because that's 2 penalties now in a row, so another one, and Nicky might be tempted to go to the pocket.
They are going scrum. Now, they could have gone penalty, and if they get the 3 points, obviously they're in the lead, but you're allowed a minute for the kick. We're about 10 minutes from the end, so there would still be 9 more minutes of playing time. So they're obviously thinking, let's get the 7 on the basis that we think we can defend our line.
Yeah, I think that is a really good call from our game managers.
Ball goes into the scrum. Ortiz is told to play it. It goes to Aitchison. Mona Lloyd had to stop and take that one. Going to come back to the right. Do we have a match winner? Who is the match winner? So just looking to keep it close and go around the edges at the moment. Brittany Hogan, the Ireland international. Nick James. Sangapolu makes the tackle on James, the 2 tight head props. Sailor racking up the phases, Lightning racking up the tackles. It's close around the edge, the try's been given! It's Gwen Pearce, her first appearance since round 9 of the competition, and the Wales prop puts Sale into the lead in the final few minutes of this game.
Wow, what a return from an injury for Gwen to score that try for us, putting us into the lead with roughly 8 minutes to go.
Well, Lizzie Duffy's going to have the conversion in a moment, as you see the replay of that there. Short range. So the conversion is really important, because if this gets knocked over, then Loughborough have to get a converted try to level it up again. The strike is good. The kick is good.
Big smile there from Lizzie. She enjoyed that one.
Right, while we've got a moment before we restart, the poll for the player of the match vote is now live. The 4 contenders, you can tell us who they are, Vicky.
4 contenders are Georgie Parrish-Redden, number 7 for Sale, Holly Aitchison, Aleph Kelter, and the Lightning number 8.
Haniel Latui is the Lightning number 8. Oh, Lightning have turned that ball back over. scrum advantage for Lightning, not penalty advantage. It goes to Kelter, one of those players on the shortlist. Opportunity for Scott. Nothing there at the moment. And Young. Nelson, Stathopoulos. There was no lift from the Sale player, so that's why it's not given as a turnover. Scott. Lily Ives camping, gets her hands free, gets the offload away. Tackle made though almost immediately. Nelson gets things moving. Sangapolo with such a strong carry. They're creeping closer to the 22. Oh, it's a half break. Ball has gone loose. Referee is happy. Recchi plays scrum half out to the left-hand side it goes. Nelson drops it onto the toe. Sale have to go back towards their own line. You can see it there. It is Lightning ball. Sangapolo comes onto that with pace, with power. Centimetres short of the line. You can see the whitewash. So close. Sale have given away a penalty for being offside, so it's a free play for Lightning. They stay with the forwards at the moment. Now it goes into the back line. Nelson. Kick pass out to the right-hand side. Matatonga to catch the ball and dot it down. The try is scored, but Lightning need the conversion.
Yeah, great kick there from Lightning to put the winger over in the corner. Tough conversion though to follow.
Well, Helen Nelson has gone 4 from 4 from the tee this afternoon. Carmela Morel, ball in hand, and drops it in to the breast basket. And Matatonga has her first of the season. Now here we go. It's close. It's just away though. So this is why the Sharks lead by 2.
Yeah, absolute, a really well worked try there from the backs of Lightning. Just unfortunate for them to miss the conversion, but a big 3 minutes to come.
Strap yourselves in, everyone. It could be a bumpy ride the next 2.5, 3 minutes or so. Well, of course, with it being a 2-point lead, a penalty or a drop goal for Loughborough would be enough. Kelter's going to claim the restart. She's on the shortlist for player of the match. I imagine she might be attracting a bit more attention if she carries on like that. And Young with the carry. That's gone backwards. Slowish ball for Loughborough. So even though Sale haven't turned it over, they've certainly slowed it down. Sangapolo. And now Lightning going to go down the right-hand side. Morale with a good nudge down there. Duffy back to try and claim. Faced with a couple of shirts of the opposition. Oh, she's done well to survive that. Hogan Rochester was clearing out that particular breakdown. Hogan. The Sharks on the verge of 3 consecutive wins. 5-point win as well it would be, with the bonus point already in the bank. They just need to manage the next couple of minutes or so. Charlotte Frey with the carry. It's not going to be quick from Sale at this point. They're going to try and be as precise as possible until they get the word from the referee that the time is done. Off it goes. And the Sale Sharks, 3 in a row. They've come from behind to take this one. It's a huge result for them, and also for Loughborough Lightning, because they really needed to win this one as well to keep alive their chances of playoff rugby, keeping the pressure above them. It's a huge, huge result. The Sale Sharks 31, Loughborough Lightning 29.
Yeah, that was an absolute battle out there. Like, Sharks coming from behind really early on, to come back to win it by 2 points is massive. I think they did so good in controlling the game with those high contestables. Yeah, really buzzing to be a Shark today.
14-0 down after 15 minutes. The Lightning came out really quickly. So not only have they won the game, they've done it from coming from 2 scores down.
Yeah, like Lightning really took their chances early on, but like Sharks warmed into the game, and like we definitely deserved that win there.
Right, I've got some news for you regarding the player of the match. And this isn't something that we had in mind. So Georgie Perris-Redding and Holly Aitchison have finished tied as player of the match. Now, they can't have the rucksack sort of 3 days each a week and then have someone else on it for a Sunday. So, Vicky, you're going to choose. So you get the casting vote on this one. So who is your Built for Athletes player of the match?
I think because I've spoke so much about those high contestable kicks, I think I'm going to give it to Holly Aitchison today.
So Holly Aitchison, the Sale outside half, is your Built for Athletes player of the match this afternoon. The deciding vote from Vicky, and this whole thing. Of all the things that could happen this afternoon, we did not have. Just in the contingency plan, what happens if we end up with a tie on the player of the match vote? So congratulations everyone this afternoon who's watching this and has voted, because you've just made history. And I almost got a draw out of it. Oh, well, I suppose I did get a draw, didn't I? I didn't get it on the scoreboard. I got it on the player of the match. So I keep up my record. Wow. What a ridiculous game. There's going to be so many highlights from this. Let's not waste any further time and get straight into taking you through the highlights of what's been an absolutely incredible game. So the Sharks, that's a beautiful ball out to the side to start things going, and Shona Campbell is getting them moving. The second half, and that's 2 lovely offloads, isn't it?
Yeah, like 2 brilliant offloads there. It just shows you how confident the girls are out there to throw those, to know that there'll always be support there. And Erica just happened to be the one to get it, and a nice little run in for a try.
So that was 5 minutes into the second half, and then 3 minutes later, bang bang, 2 tries.
Yeah, another really well worked try, like a good line out move there for Amy to come to cross over in the corner. Really well for us to score 2 so close together.
And it was such a great start that we'd barely looked down this end of the pitch. And when we got down there, Daisy Hibbert-Jones got there and got the Lightning a little bit of momentum into the second period that, frankly, they didn't really have it until that point.
Yeah, like they took their chance when they got it. Or they were patient with their forwards and then pulled it out wide, and Daisy just got the better of us in the corner.
That was on 53 minutes, just after the hour. Great line out and drive and Katie Charles. All good flankers there over the line to finish it off.
Yeah, like our maul has been a threat all day, so I'm not surprised to see a maul try in there.
The Sale Sharks kept punishing away with the forwards. That was Nick James with that particular carry. They got closer and closer. And Gwen Pearce picks up and drives it over from a couple of metres out.
Yeah, really good patience from the Sharks forwards there, making like inches and inches, and it led to a really good try.
And then the grandstand finish. Carmela Morel with the kick pass out to Bulo Matatonga. She scored the try. And therefore we had the conversion attempt to follow. They kept it tight, and then went wide. Once the defenders had been sucked in, Morel lying on her back celebrating that one. And this was the moment to try and tie it. And it was looking good at that point, and it just drifted.
Yeah, those are the hard ones to hit. Like, you're sort of guaranteed nearly within the 15s, but anything outside the 15 is quite a hard place to kick a conversion for a kicker, especially one that would have led to a draw.
Georgie Perry's running there, sensationally denied player of the match by her teammate Vicky Irwin.
Oh, don't tell anyone that.
You'll just have to buy her a rucksack, that's all. She looks happy enough, let's be fair. 3 wins out of 3, you'd absolutely take that one all day long. And she played an absolute stormer this afternoon. So we've had an absolute belter here. We need to just quickly wrap up what else is happening in the PWR this weekend. And as we mentioned, Gloucester Hartpury with the bonus point win last night. Saracens with a bonus point win at Harlequins at lunchtime today. The Bristol Bears have been victorious at home against the Leicester Tigers. And Sale Sharks have beaten Loughborough Lightning in our game. So let's see what that all means with regard to the table. And there you go. It is Saracens and Gloucester Hartpury at the top. Exeter and Harlequins in behind them. Sale, look at that, moving their way up the table on 28 points. Next week's fixtures for you. I'm sure Sale's trip to Leicester can't come quickly enough for them. They've got to wait till Saturday afternoon, though. Loughborough are in action first up on Friday as they take on Harlequins. So pick your game next weekend. Enjoy it. There's going to be plenty of great PWR action coming your way. They're not all as dramatic as this one, but an awful lot of them are. So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. That's been an absolute belter, and I'm sure there is plenty more to come. Well, digest that one for me. How does that one feel?
Oh, it feels amazing, to be honest. Like, we've gone 3 in a row now of like hard work games. Like, the girls like out there deserve it so much, and like, it's not just, we always say it's not just the 23 that sort of take to the field. It's all about like the 40 plus players that are training every week. Like, we're putting in so much hard work, and we're finally seeing the results out there, which is really good.
Vicky, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. I know you want to go and join the celebrations. You're edging away towards the side as we're speaking, so I'm going to let you go and join in that. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for being with us here on the PWR YouTube channel this afternoon. It's been an absolute belter of a game. In doubt all the way through to the very end, but it is the Sale Sharks who've been victorious. They win, and they win 3 games in a row. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you come back next weekend for more of this.